Every year, fighting game talent from all walks of life converge upon a city renowned for its vibrance and spirit. Melbourne, Australia is a place where stories of battles from the past resonate with a thriving fighting game community. At Battle Arena Melbourne, legends are forged and champions rise. This is not just a tournament, it is a test of skill, strategy and sheer willpower. From seasoned veterans to rising stars, each player brought their unique style and indomitable spirit to the next stop on the Tekken World Tour. A tournament of fierce clashes, high stakes and all-round fighting game entertainment.
But still in a good situation.
Okay, down 3, trying to go for X marks the spot. Yagami still has heat to work with, goes for the dash. Pressure behind the wall. The walk behind
Excellent
Lohai.
walk. Thankfully, he's not for himself. He's not near the explosion.
Oh!
But there it is, the heat smash to close it out.
Between the international celebrities, famed Australian players and rising stars who wanted to taste the feeling of going head-to-head with the elite, the Battle Arena Melbourne 14 stop on the Tekken World Tour pulled in hundreds of hopefuls, each looking to make their mark, earn tour points or claim a golden ticket to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh later this year. Once a pecking order had been established and the top 8 revealed themselves, 4 Australians would rise to challenge the might of the South Koreans. Evo Japan 2024 runner-up Lohai, a legend in the global Tekken community, was brought to a Game 3 tiebreaker by local Reina star Yagami after a challenging 2-1 result in the winners' semis. Going toe-to-toe in the final round of the final game, Lohai had the Australian on the ropes from the very beginning. Following the defeat, Yagami would begin his fight for Battle Arena Melbourne survival in the event's lower bracket. It was fortuitous that Lohai would later move on to verse not only his countryman, but friend and DRX teammate Chanel in the winners' finals. A true clash of South Korean titans fought on oceanic soil. Chanel is an Elisa star and a favourite among the Australian crowd. In 3 clutch round 5s, he brought Lohai to his knees. Even a switch to Dragunov in the 3rd wasn't enough to overthrow the undefeated Tekken hero.
There it is. Can he make something happen? He needs to, otherwise he will be going down to the losers finals.
Oh, he has enough legs to take a hit. One more would do it. Whoa. Gets the rising 4 and Chanel moves on to grand finals, folks.
Amazing work there.
The talented Chanel was the first to take up a Battle Arena Melbourne grand finalist position. He would watch closely to see how the rest of the losers' side of the bracket would transpire and who would ultimately challenge him for the Master Event trophy. It was the rematch the crowd wanted. Yagami persevered through the losers' bracket, even defeating a past Battle Arena Melbourne champion on his way to the losers' finals. He met with Lohai, who made the switch to Steve, an exceptional counter-hitting character in the game of Tekken 8. Lohai almost made it look easy as he snapped up the first 2 games of the set. Staring elimination in the face, Yagami made a fighter change of his own, retiring Reina for the stance-switching Eddie. The Melbourne crowd got a taste of excitement when Yagami took 3 straight rounds off Lohai, finally putting a point to his name. Dragunov returned to play for Lohai, but the South Korean continued to feel the pressure. Fighting back from low health, Yagami forced his way off the wall to tie the series. With their hearts pounding and a grand finals ticket on the line, the tension was finally broken. Yagami took a round, but Lohai ended it in the 4th.
Lohai playing like an iron wall right now. Just poke, poke, poke. annoy you, make you press a button, and then stop that as well.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, but Can Yagami find an opening against this iron wall? Lohai, though, he's gonna finish it off with the stomp, and Lohai makes it to grand finals, ladies and gentlemen.
The last Australian fell. Lohai's perseverance earned him a rematch against Chanel in the Master Events Grand Final, where he would need to reset the bracket entirely to be crowned the Battle Arena Melbourne 14 Tekken 8 champion. Lohai and Chanel had their arcade sticks at the ready, remaining calm and focused, leading into the first game of the Battle Arena Melbourne 14 Tekken 8 Grand Final. Lohai opted for Steve, while Chanel brought Zafina into the mix. Lohai remained ahead, opening up the series with a much-needed 3-1 result. A safe return to Alyssa saw Chanel bring the heat in the first 2 rounds, but Lohai worked his way back in a glorious 3-round reverse sweep, timing his punches perfectly to put himself on reset point.
That was an unnecessary thing, a lot of crisp there.
Back on Zafina, Chanel found himself on the wrong end of some brutal combos. He claimed the nail-biting 3rd round, but with health bars down to critical, the win ultimately went the way of Lohai.
Very low health here for Zafina.
Okay, both of them actually waiting for it. Final sequence there, and Lohai able to reset the game for him to bring Lohai.
Lohai proved himself worthy of the Battle Arena Melbourne throne, but would now have to do it all again inside of another best-of-5 set. Following a brief moment to reset themselves and switch seats, the players prepared for combat once more. Staying positive, Lohai kicked off the reset with an early win, working his opponent against the wall to take the game. Lohai fought back from a 2-round deficit, even taking a perfect round in the upset. But that didn't stop the pain train that was Chanel, who evened the reset scores after bouncing back from a rage art. With heat activated, Lohai did work in the 5th and final round of Game 3, recovering his own health while comboing Chanel down to an inevitable defeat. Lohai was primed to take the Battle Arena Melbourne trophy. His concentration and reflexes were on point, but as he stood just 1 round away from taking the title, things took a turn for the worse.
Dashes in.
Excellent punish there while standing 1-2. Lohai's trying to take his turn back, but Chanel doing a great job making those whiff and get some damage for his troubles.
Holy smoke, Chanel actually leading in terms of life. Lohai gets canceled out of the heat, and Chanel takes it to game number 5, folks.
The tension had reached boiling point. One last game would determine which South Korean would claim the Australian major. A revisit to the Rebel hangar saw Chanel work against the clock to keep the life lead, earning himself round 1.
Able to get the wake-up option there.
Lohai answered back only minutes later, tying the round score following a rage art finisher. His health was brought down to a critical level after enduring a brutal rage art from Chanel. Despite that, 2 fists to the face put the Steve player on tournament point. Chainsaws came at Lohai fast and hard to power down his health bar in the next round. The Steve player could barely land a hit before the round was quickly taken from him. The final round of the final game. The audience watched in anticipation to see who would reign supreme in the tournament's dying seconds.
Lohai forced to go for the heat. The wall is his friend. Chanel has rage as well.
Goes for the Sonic Fang into the heat dash. Goes underneath the follow-up. Sonic going for the rocket punch.
Final seconds, Soundman.
7, 6.
Here we go.
5,
Chanel, can
4.
he actually go for anything big here? Down slide, able to get the launch. And there you have it, folks. Chanel is your champion.
A rivalry hard fought in front of an animated crowd. Chanel defended his position and became a Tekken World Tour major champion.
You can hold that and then
Onlookers at Battle Arena Melbourne celebrated their first Tekken 8 King and will no doubt celebrate his return next year as he looks to defend his Melbourne throne.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.